Recording in progress.
When I heard the topic for today's talk, immediate in my mind, the lyric, "Procrastination is my middle name." Boop! I was like, wait, what's that song from? I can't believe I didn't remember a Todd Rundgren and Utopia song, but I got all the music today in 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes 2 hours, but bam, 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 they were right there. Because of our speaker today. Patty Shaw is a business owner, an author, a healer, a speaker, a teacher, I have to add one, a developing medium, a sister, a mother, a grandmother. She got to see them like 7 times in the last 2 weeks, and a wife. I am honored to be married to her and to present her to all of you this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patty Shaw.
Oh my goodness, I've got my supplies. I don't know if the grapevine got to your house, but I've had a really bad cold. I'm hoping to get through this without too much obnoxious hawk, cat, whatever. Well, thank you, Reverend David.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year, everyone.
And to you.
Thank you. Have you all made your well thought out resolutions and plans for 2026, making it your best year ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I got a yes and a no. I have. But I have to tell you the truth. First, I had to roll my eyes and make that awful sound you make when you just don't want to do it. The one that is... I got a couple giggles. I think a few of you can relate. You know, this really shouldn't be a big deal for me. Making a New Year's resolution is global. We all do it all around the world, and to not do it seems like anarchy. According to many life coaches and psychologists, it's very good for us to reflect on the past. Weigh it out. Was it good? Was it bad? And set our sights on doing better. Going forward for the next year. New possibilities, right? But I avoid it. I put it off until there's some peer pressure to bend me into participating in something like the Burning Bowl that was last week. Or being pulled into conversations with friends and coworkers. Hey, Patty, what's your New Year's resolution? I know they're waiting for me to say something really clever and astute like, I'm going to be a nicer person in 2026, or I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to win $1 million and share it with you. Woohoo! I know, right?
We can support that.
Yes. Let's put it out there. So then why do I procrastinate? Am I lazy like my father used to tell me? Loved to tell me I was lazy. Is it apathy? Do I not care enough? Or am I a secret anarchist? Maybe I'm a rebel. Well, apparently I'm none of those things, and none of you are, if any of you relate to any of the things that I've just listed. Because last week while lying in bed, waiting for my cold to go away, I was doom scrolling on social media and came upon some delightful wisdom from a young woman, Katie Carmar. She is an author, she's a poet, and she's a radio talk show host. She says, procrastination is not the absence of will. It is the presence of pain. A quiet signal of a battle fought in silence. It's not laziness. Thank you very much. It is the weight of an invisible storm pressing upon the soul. A resistance born not from boredom, but from unspoken wounds. Okay, so we're not lazy. But oh my God, we're wounded? Again, we're wounded. Seems like every psychologist, well, you're wounded. Oh, you're doing this? Oh, you're wounded. Well, that hit me hard, a little too hard, right here in the feels. I found myself arguing with her definition of procrastination. I found myself saying, no, it's a character weakness. It's something that I can overcome, right? Well, since I felt it in my heart and a little tear escaped my eye, I knew I was feeling validated. So I said, okay, Katie, give me some more. She goes on to say that falling into procrastination is more about fear of failure or perfectionism, and that all of that is completely exhausting. In a way, this behavior is protecting us from internal dialogues that tell us that we're not good enough, or our efforts will not be good enough for the outside world. That, my friends, is fear of rejection. I know that one very well. I expect that most of us here experience the pain of failure and criticism and teasing, and I'm sure that it wounded all of us pretty deeply, where just the idea of trying again freezes us in our shoes, in our path. We're like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to doom scroll some more. I'm going to see what everyone else is doing. I'm not going to live my life. So what looks like procrastination, Katie says, it's really fear. So in my recuperation period, I reflected on my feelings around making the New Year's resolution. I noticed that reviewing 2025 and making my list of what went wrong and what went well was kind of cringy. I didn't really want to do it. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good at all. Plus, I had no idea how to be different so that I could show up in 2026 and be better, do better. I did feel powerless to making meaningful changes in my life. I could not see myself taking in the words or the platitudes spoken and converting them into actions. The fear of failure overrode it all. And the stinking thinking kept saying, you're not good enough to be better. You are at the top of your game, and guess what? It's not good enough. So you can see that no resolution or goal setting had a chance to be realized until the reason for my procrastination was brought to the light. Katie Karmer comes to the rescue again. She says, here's the breathtaking truth. It transforms once you meet it with understanding instead of judgment. Like a river unblocked, the energy that procrastination held captive begins to flow. It reveals that the time you thought you were wasting was time spent holding space for your own healing. That pregnant pause, that time we think procrastination is really time we're taking to decide if we're up to the challenge. It's okay to do that self-love thing and listen to your fears and validate them. It's okay and highly recommended that you release judgments. Judgments about yourself, the situation, the circumstances. And then accept yourself and release the past indiscretions of others. We call that forgiveness. I know it's not easy to transform or transition from self-loathing to self-love. However, it seems worth the effort. Every wound we heal brings us another step closer to who we were always meant to be. Katie goes on to explain this gift of procrastination. It isn't a flaw. It's a map leading you back to the places within yourself that ache for your kindness, courage, and light. Listen to it. Heal through it. And when you emerge on the other side, you'll find a version of yourself, a you never knew you were becoming. Self-aware, unburdened, unstoppable, free. Katie's insights are definitely a breath of fresh air. I was feeling motivated just listening to her, reading her words. I have one more brilliant quote from another fella. His name is Mike Bianco. He's a Chicago-based psychologist and hypnotherapist. He sums it up very nicely for us. There comes a day when procrastination, almost like magic, dissolves, but never through force, but rather through self-love. We awaken, transformed like that caterpillar into a butterfly, with a sudden realization that time has never been our enemy, but our greatest companion. Thus, we remember that we have gained for every moment, even in the silent ones, something truly sacred. What I found sacred about my eye rolling and sneer was that it was a cover-up. It was buying me precious time. So here's my new resolution for the new year. I think I can keep this one. Procrastination will no longer be the bad guy or the character flaw I thought it was. It's my guardian angel who patiently shines light on a wound I've been avoiding. And when I'm ready, I'll embrace it. I'll do something with it. I'll heal it. I hope you've learned something positive about yourself today, and let your procrastination be a friendly reminder that you may not be ready for what comes next. Give yourself that pause. Honor yourself, and look for the wound that still needs your love, your understanding, and a judge-free zone. Thank you very much.
Wow.